weekend training when I started, and for a couple of years I was pretty satisfied with that as a way to get me into the teaching part of yoga practice. And then I stepped away from teaching for a couple of years and came back to it about a year and a half ago. And at that time, I started thinking, you know, there's just so much more to yoga, I think, but I'm not really sure. And so I just started thinking it'd be really good to get some more training. And I wasn't really thinking real hard about it. And then one day, last spring, I saw an ad somewhere about a teacher training program right here in Columbia, Missouri. And I thought, wow, this might just be the answer. And so I contacted Ashley and talked to her about it. And I'm the kind of person that once I make up my mind, I decided to go with it. And so I did. And it was kind of scary and exciting, one of those kind of things like I've done before where I don't really know what I'm getting myself into at the beginning. It's an adventure, and I just roll with it. And that really was what it turned out to be, and it was a wonderful experience. I found out that I had an injury that would limit me from what I can do, and it really stopped me in my tracks for a little while. And then I started thinking, well, you know, like in yoga there's thousands of poses, so just because I can't do some of them doesn't mean I can't do yoga. And it also caused me to think, well, how am I going to be as a teacher though if I go in a classroom and I can't do poses? But then I decided, you know, it really is just a testament to the fact that we all have limitations, and you just keep going anyway. And that's what I've really found since I've continued teaching. It is in the course of the teaching, which is very intense, and for me, who works 40 hours a week in Jeff City, it was really intense because I basically had no weekend, which is when I usually catch up on errands and everything. But at the same time, it started to become a kind of an oasis of tranquility to be able to do the teaching, because I had a lot of other awful stuff that happened to me over the course of the training program. I had a family member that was diagnosed with a life-threatening disease. I had another family member die over the course of the training, and so it was really, really hard to kind of I found I had to compartmentalize, so that when I came to the training, it was really, frankly, a relief not to have to think about those other things going on in my life, and it actually gave me some tools to help deal with some of that, and that I'm really grateful for that. Besides teaching me more skills, the training also really helped me develop some tools to deal with things going on in my own life, to find some peace and balance while my family was coping with all these awful things. The training itself, though, I can say, has been so beneficial to me in the classroom, because I teach at a gym where there's always an emphasis on the physical part of anything. People come to the gym, of course, for fitness. But the training has given me a lot of ideas and skills and information to really expand beyond that physical practice. And I do a lot more with breathing and meditation, the pranayama, we talk about the yamas and the niyamas, and I have a lot more confidence too to share those sorts of things with my students. And I've had other teachers come take my class, and their comments have been, you really teach this different than I do. That's really interesting. And so that's been a nice endorsement too. One of my favorite parts of the training was the master classes that we did. There was one amazing night when it was during the fire element class, and it was a really stormy night outside, lots of thunder, lightning, and rain, and we were in the studio, and we had the windows open, and it was just these electric moments as we were going through this master class and feeling that charged environment and feeling like you really were integrated into the elements of nature. The fire element truly was present in the classroom. That was a really powerful moment in the training program. And another thing I really liked is just sharing ideas with the other students and with Ashley and the other trainers that came in and taught us. I really appreciated that kind of experience. This training program is a wonderful resource that we have right here in Columbia, Missouri. You don't have to travel and spend a lot of time seeking out a training program somewhere else, you can really integrate it into your life. You don't have to stop the rest of your life, other than to the extent that you want to. And it certainly is it's a wonderful program. It has it just covers all facets of yoga. And even if you're someone who isn't sure if they want to teach, it'll teach you so much about yourself and help you move forward in whatever your journey is in yoga.